Hey, what up, YouTube? How's it going? So, have you guys heard about uh, Peter Thomas, right? From the Real Housewives of Atlanta's fame, right? And his baby's mother, Nancy Hernandez, right? And that whole situation, right? So, if you haven't heard, I'll just give you a quick rundown, all right? Nancy Hernandez, Peter Thomas's baby's mama, is she did some type of a social media Snapchatty thing or whatever. She posted a video, right? And in the video, she was with her son, that she had with Peter Thomas. And in the video, she said, well, the son had said, like, oh, like, I'm black. And then Nancy Hernandez, right? Nancy corrected him and said, no, you're not black. You're brown. And some people were upset by that. Particularly, I'm thinking some black women, right? Some black women felt some type of a way about that. I don't think many black men have been up in the mix talking about this, as how this usually goes, right? Um, Also in the video, she said that his father doesn't count because the son was like, well, my dad's black. He's, as he put it, like black as a newly paved street, as he put it. And also, don't you notice, like, when in these situations, when it comes to like parents with different skin tones, and even just parents who are of different races, usually when they refer to their dad, and their dad is like black and dark skinned, especially, it's oftentimes low key, like in a low key disparaging, jokey sort of a way. I mean, not that freshly paved streets are bad, because they're definitely not. I mean, I would definitely much prefer to drive on a freshly, newly paved street. All right, but still, still like kind of like a joke, right? Like, he black as hell. But that's just something that I kind of noticed and picked up on over the years, like, especially when it comes to like a dad who's like dark skinned, right? Like, oh, my dad's dark as night. Or like, my dad, like, my mom's black and my dad's black as hell. It's always like something, well, a little extra when it comes to like the dark skinned dudes, right? For some reason. But on the flip side, though, notice that, the light skinned parent, especially their mom, is never, hardly ever referred to in like a joking, disparaging sort of a way. Notice that. People don't be like, oh, my mom's as yellow as a freshly paved, a freshly toasted waffle. Or like, oh, my mom's, light, bright, and damn near white. Or like, my mom's is, bright as like a banana tree. You don't really hear no type of like jokes like that about like the light skinned parent, especially the light skinned mom, or even like just the non-black parent in general. You don't really, I don't know, it don't really seem to go that way for some reason. So it's like low key, like, the dark skin is considered like, the joke. Something to kind of think about for a minute. But let me get back on topic, all right? So Nancy, Peter Thomas's baby's mama, she corrected her son and said, no, you're not black, you're brown, all right? Then the son said, well, my dad's as black as a newly paved street. And then she said something like, oh, I made you myself. He doesn't count. Right? Just totally disregarding, disregarding the father and the genetics that he contributed, right? Because of course it took two of them to make the kid. You know, I'm not sure if she's getting child support or not, but I think under law that would, you know, allow her to claim and to seek child support, right? She biologically, you can't make a kid by yourself. I think that's pretty much basic biology here. You don't have to have like a PhD in, you know, human biology to understand that. You know, but notice like the son, I don't know the son's name, but the son, he referred to himself as black. So first, he feels like he is black, seemingly at least, seemingly. Which is interesting. The mom says brown, but the son says he's black. You know. And then this got around on the internet, and then black people, more so black women, were like coming at Nancy, you know, and Peter. Basically saying she's a colorist and that, you know, these type of women, you know, especially, you know, Nancy and these type of women in general, you know, love, you know, the black D, but they don't like the product that comes with it. And that's like low key, that is a theme that has been going around, especially lately, right? For some reason. Like these mixed light-skinned and non-black women, they'll accept the dark-skinned black men in their life for some reason, right? But they don't want what comes with that dark-skinned black man, right? That dark-skinned black woman, no, they ain't having it. They gonna be making a whole bunch of jokes about her for some reason. I guess because maybe they feel like, oh, you know, they want to feel better than somebody, so they'll just, you know, attack the dark-skinned chick for some reason. Maybe that's about part of the reason. Also, they oftentimes don't want the kids to look dark-skinned. They don't want the kids to come out looking like daddy, you know, dark-skinned daddy. They want the kids to come out looking like them. You know, and of course, this ain't nothing new. I made a whole video about this a while ago, right? And that's something that you notice that though. Yeah. That is a theme, and oftentimes the dark-skinned black men are silent about that. They ain't got nothing to say. Usually when these type of situations come up, like in this situation right here, Peter came out and spoke out in defense of his baby mama, right? Saying it was a joke. Y'all need to get a life. It ain't that serious. My son is black, etc., right? But notice when these type of situations come up where like the mom kind of like just blatantly just comes out with it and says, you know, I wish my child wasn't so dark. You know, it's like these type of dudes don't really got much to say. If there's a defense with it, or like if there's like some little defense that they can go with, they'll run with it. But if there isn't, and it's just something that's just you can't defend, then they just don't say anything. They're quiet. They ain't got nothing to say. Like when the trolls want to, you know, troll your page. But notice, like, on some videos, when you notice, like, the trolls ain't really popping on some videos, right? You know, go to videos calling out, like, these, you know, biracial and non-black women on their colorism. Notice that those black male trolls ain't popping when it comes to like the colorism that they throw towards, you know, dark-skinned men and not wanting children that look like them. It ain't really popping like that. Those trolls ain't got much to say, right? The black male trolls, anyway. But that's just something I noticed, though. That's something I noticed, though. You know, but this makes me give Peter the side eye, though. It's because he ain't have to come out and say anything. He could have just not said anything. I mean, it probably may have come up at one point or another in maybe an interview or something, but I don't know. I think he either I don't know. It's like oftentimes in these situations, I think they tend to side with their baby mama. One, because it's their kid's mom. So, they might not want to put her out there like that, which I can understand, right? But another reason is that I think if he were to take her to task on it, it may reveal a lot about her mentality, and it may reveal a lot about his mentality as well. Like, if you really were to, you know, if he were not to defend her, but rather to take her to task and make her, you know, explain and actually elaborate on this, he may not like that answer that he would get, right? As well, he may expose himself if he has something to be exposed, right? Is Peter Thomas a colorist? I honestly don't know, but based on the situation, side eye, you know, um, suspicious, right? And if it came out that he was a colorist, would we be surprised, right? And as far as the baby mama is concerned, Nancy, I think she is. I think she's a colorist. But notice, like, these chicks, they look, it just don't make no sense. It's like, I don't know. It seemed like, I don't know. It just seemed like they lose all their senses with some BBC coming to picture. But after, you know, after they're done, after the climax, then that's when shit get real, right? When she get pregnant, and then she low key, I wonder what she be thinking to herself. I guess she be thinking that the kid may come out looking like her. I don't know. I kind of expect women to be a bit more like smart when it comes to situations like this. I kind of expect this from men because men are kind of dumb when it comes to these situations. But when it comes to the women, I'm like, really? A woman acting like this? Oh, that's a little surprising to me. Yeah. But I think that his child's mother is colorist because of the blonde hair. That's a clue, right? Kind of like the white is right mentality. What she said, she was really quick to correct him. Like, mm-mm, you ain't black. You ain't black. You brown. You brown. Yeah, really quick about that. Also saying, "Hey, I made you by myself." Yeah, you ain't got no claim to no blackness over there. Leave that blackness over there. Right. I wonder how Nancy thinks of, what she think about dark-skinned black women. I'm pretty sure she's on the same train as, all these mixed chicks and all these light-skinned and non-black women being exposed lately about their colorism towards dark-skinned black women. I'm pretty sure she's on that train too. We just ain't got the receipts yet, but they coming. They probably gonna be coming in the next couple of weeks. But let me bring this video to a close. I really went on for way longer than I should have, because this situation, it deserves attention, but not really. It's like, at this point, it's just add this to the list of receipts. Just add this to the long list of receipts we got already. All right. But thanks for watching. Adios and goodbye for now.